the call because I know a lot of people got it. Woohoo.
Okay.
Okay, I'm stepping away for a second, Linda. I'm grabbing the boots. Okay, I'll be right back.
Welcome. All right, no problem. Welcome everybody. I made the mistake of, for some reason, I put this meeting to not admit automatically. So I will make sure I change my settings before the next one. But so if you see me kind of turn my head, it's because I'm if anybody new pops up here, I'm going to make sure that I admit them to the meeting. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now so you guys can see our presentation tonight, and let me know when you guys can see that. You guys
Yes.
good? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, with that, let's get kicked off. Oh, you know what's interesting is it doesn't. I want to make sure that I can see. Oh, maybe it's this other thing hiding in the background. Bet you it is. Gotta love technology, guys. It's not like I'm a tech or anything, by the way. Not
No
like
problem.
I'm in IT.
No problem.
Yeah, that's weird. I'm supposed. Oh, there it is. It's hiding way up here. Why is it doing that? Okay, no worries, no worries. I think we're good though. I have somebody in the waiting room. I'm gonna admit them, and I'm gonna move this
Okay.
off to the side.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get kicked off. Out of respect for everybody's time, thank you guys all for joining. Really appreciate you taking time out of your day. If your day's like mine, your day is probably chock full of meetings or just constant on the go. That's me. I've been working pretty much all day since 7 a.m. till now, actually, right? Actually, right before this call was sort of logging off of my day, but really the dream building and everything for me happens at night. That's when we're really working, right? That's when we're working on our real dreams and on our real future. So I just want to thank all of you guys for taking the time out tonight. There's a reason why you're here, and I appreciate everybody. So a little bit about me. My name is Ben Lozano. What I do for my normal occupation, I'm a VP of technology for a network IT company based out of Denver, but my office is in Newport Beach. But why am I here? Why are you guys here, right? Hopefully it's for the same reason. Hopefully some of us, right, we're encouraged to try something new, something we've never heard of before. And that was X39, right, by LifeWave. And that's why I'm here today. And maybe that's why you got introduced. So who introduced me? Linda Sanchez. And I feel amazingly blessed, right, by Linda. I didn't say yes to Linda. I didn't say yes to the X39 because, you know, I didn't know anything about the product at the time. I hadn't tried it. She reached out to me, and I was already in my mind going, okay, whatever she has, I'm going to listen. And why? For one simple reason, and I'll just sum it up in one word, and that word is trust. I trust Linda. I trust Linda. Why do I trust her? Because she's honest. She's a great leader. She's a great friend and partner. We've worked in the past together, and so it was kind of a no-brainer for me to listen to at least what she had to say. And then we, you know, I took a look at what she was, you know, telling me about, and I was like, you know, this is pretty cool. I saw some testimonials, I saw some videos. I was like, I'm gonna try this X39 patch. I have no idea what it is, but I'm gonna try it, because if it's working for other people like me, right, then I'm gonna try it, because I've got nothing to lose at this, right? Like, what's the big deal on this? I tried it, and I kid you, almost an hour or 2 hours later, I was already feeling some instant relief, and I was like, wow. And for those that do know me, know that I had a pretty good injury that messed me up pretty good on my calf muscle, and I was getting leg fatigue, you know, heavy leg, and I was swelling in the leg, and that bothered me, my calf area. And so that bothered me. It kept me from enjoying things like going to Disneyland, which I like to do with my family, walking around. It kept me from doing that. I was getting really tired, so I just knew that I always needed to cut my time short anytime that we were going somewhere, going places. And so I tried it out, and I was thankful. And Linda really was just you saying, hey, I want you to check something out. I was like, okay, cool, I'm in. Like, just tell me what it is, because I want to check it out. And so, and what is it? What are stem cells, guys? Like some of you guys have heard about X39. Some of you guys know what stem cells is. Well, my little human capacity of a brain, when I hear the word stem cells, immediately I think of science and all this stuff. And no, maybe that's not for me, because I didn't really understand it. I didn't understand what natural stem cells were, why they were so important to our natural health, and why we need to reactivate our stem cells or restore our stem cells. But why do we need to do that? Why do we even need to reactivate our stem cells or restore our stem cells? And the simple answer is age. As we get older, the process of our stem cells breaking down into daughter cells, and I didn't understand this at first until I did my research, and breaking down further into specialized cells and what that means, right? Well, your body needs to be able to reproduce these. Otherwise, we get sick, we age faster, we get fatigued a lot easier, our sleep patterns get really bad. Those things start to deteriorate, right? Blood cells, brain cells, heart muscle cells, and bone cells, they all depend on your natural stem cells. So I'm not a scientist, I can tell you that much, but I do love Google, and Google gives you a lot of information. And I can encourage you guys, we have some great resources out there, and I'll talk a little bit about that later, but we'll keep on moving. So this is the X39 stem cell activation patch, right? I summed it up for you a little bit on the fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age, the slower you heal. But what if you had a product that can not only slow down this product or this process, but what if we had a product, right, that helped reactivate those natural stem cells? Wouldn't that be worth looking into, right? It's a question for everybody. What if not only that, what if it could also be affordable? And what if it worked? What if you could share it? And what if you didn't have to go to a doctor or a specialist to get a prescription to write that off, right? Wouldn't that be worth trying, right? And what if not only was accessible to each of us, right? What if you can share it and help other people feel the same way that you felt when you first tried it, all right? And that's the key there, right? After all, looking at all these points, right? At age 30, half your stem cells, only half of your stem cells are active. At age 60, you lose almost all of that activity, right? And so really we're kind of living out after 60, we're living on the edge, guys. We gotta be healthy as much as we can, right? But having a little bit of help goes a long way, right? So how does it work, right? It's through phototherapy. To treat the damaged skin, natural light passing through the skin. No medicine, nothing foreign going into your body. The copper peptides, or the GHK, right, are then activating the natural stem cells within your body, right? And this stem cell activation technology, it's had 10 years plus of research, over $4.5 million worth of investments just to bring it to market, guys. Just to bring it to market to us, the lucky people who get to try this out, right? But then since then, it's accumulated over $280 million since launch. You guys, that's huge, right? That return, that ROI, if you guys are business thinkers like I am, right? That's a huge return on investment, right? And what is it really focusing on? What is it helping? What are the activities that it can really focus? Anti-cancer, anti-inflammatory actions. Just to kind of give you, backstory on me. I told you about my injury. I consider myself a pretty active person, but I can tell you this much: I experienced the anti-inflammatory stuff really easily. I wish I could say I was doing something really, really profound, like I got into a big fight, or I was playing basketball and messed myself up. But I was actually literally with the youth group, right? Linda, I volunteer on the side with my church and the youth kids, and we were just playing a simple game. It was almost like kind of like musical chairs, but it's something a little different. And I just moved the wrong way, and bam, like there goes my calf muscle, my tendon tore in the back of my leg, and I'm like, oh shoot, like this is the worst pain I've ever felt. I actually did that to my left leg 6 years ago, and it healed within a month. 5 years later, as I'm, now in my 40s, and I'm like, this is taking a lot longer. It's been 5 months and I can still see the swelling. I'm tired. I'm fatigued in the leg. What is going on, right? Linda kind of hit me up at a really good time because I was getting a little bit frustrated. And she had me try this patch on. I was like, all right, cool. You know, so I bought the patch and I try it on. I'm like, wow, like I'm feeling good. I'm not getting this swelling, this heavy leg. I'm walking all day. The true test was actually, and I mentioned it earlier, was going to Disneyland and lasting the whole day and whole night. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm kind of sold on this. This is actually really cool. I like this stuff. But not only just that, I was able to share it with other people. My mom, who's actually on the call, I think. I'm going to admit some people. Sorry, I just saw some people jump back into the waiting room. Sorry about that, guys. All right. And so, yeah, so my mom, who's on the call, we had dinner. Me and my son had dinner with her and my sister. And I brought these patches because I was like, you know, I liked it. A couple of days into it, and I'm liking it. And my mom, who's had knee issues, and you know, my mom, say hi, mom, say hi, wave. Hopefully she could hear me. But she was walking with a cane and she was struggling really, really bad. And I was a little bit concerned. And so I left her with some patches that night. A day later, she calls me, an evening later, she calls me and she sends me this video and she's dancing. And I'm like, what's going on here? Like the day before I see you, you're barely walking and all of a sudden you're dancing. She's like, Mijo, I don't know what you have, but this thing works. And whatever it is, I want some. And so I was glad that I was able to share that with her. My neighbor has a brother whom I've known for quite some time, really, really chronic back issues. I feel bad for him every time I see him because he's kind of limping around and walking. And I'm like, hey, are you okay? He's like, no, my back's hurting. I'm like, oh, bro, I am so sorry to hear that. And I saw him the other day, I just outside, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hit this guy up. I'm gonna give him some patch. I'm gonna patch this dude up. So before he leaves his brother's house, I said, hey, I have something for you. I want to check it out. I gave him a few patches in an envelope along with some information. He runs out of those patches and he says, hey, bro, whatever you have, I need this because I haven't been able to have a good night's sleep in a very, very long time because of my restless leg that I have because the shooting pains to my leg. I was like, bro, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's great. So we got him signed up. He got his patches. I followed up with him yesterday. He's like, bro, I love this thing, man. This is really good stuff. And so I'm hearing more and more and more testimonials like this as I'm getting deeper and working more and locking arms with people. It's super cool. But yeah, anti-cancer activities, anti-inflammatory, lung protection, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, anti-aging, anxiety, neuropathy, pain. I've heard some amazing stories. I believe Andre, who's on the phone, who's on the call as well. I've seen some. I saw your video, man, and I was really, really inspired. It was you're watching your video was actually one of the reasons I was like, I got to jump in on this. Whatever you have, I need it, Linda. So really appreciate you and sharing that and sharing your story. Again, these are just bullet pointed out: rapid pain relief, reduced inflammation, supports wound healing, energy and vitality, mental clarity, enhances. Yeah, I mean, just the list goes on, and we're really just excited to have this product in our hand. And so hopefully, if you're here and you haven't tried this out, or if you have questions, hopefully you're getting some really good information. But yeah, how do you wear it? Or what do you do with this patch? You wear it up to 12 hours on and off in the day, right? Best way, I've heard Onyx Cole, who's amazing, you know, top level in our group. She just says it pretty simply. When I brush my teeth in the morning, I put one on. When I brush my teeth at night, there's a reminder to take it off. So simple, right? Keep it simple as much as we can. Drink plenty of water. The two places that the testings were done was in the back of the neck and then just beneath the belly button. So in case you're wondering, hey, where do I place it? That's two places you can put it. I wear it where my pressure points are, and that's behind my calf muscle. Moving on. All right, cool. So again, just some more information on what it can do in just 21 days. Again, promotes some skin health, right? You've seen people talk about hair growth. That's fantastic. I'm telling you, a lot of people, this patch is working in so many different ways. We have multiple patches, right? The X39, X49, and then there's another patch that promotes skincare, which I just gave to my son, who's a teenager, right? Every teenager wants the skincare, goes through the skin issues and stuff like that. But he's also an athlete, so he gets to wear this patch too, and it promotes it promotes recovery. He's in cross country, so I make sure he wears he's patched up too. All right, here's some product websites. Start X39. If you want more information, simply go onto that website. X39.com. You can find more information. You can enter the website, watch some videos, and then reach back out to the person who invited you tonight. They'll be happy to follow up with you. Again, there's no obligation or no pressure to sign up right now, right here. Although if you're smart, you're going to reach out to the person who invited you and be like, "Get me going right now."
Tony wanted me to watch this.
And here's our patent, right? Our patent certificate of July 2020. What does that mean? That's actually a big deal, you guys. It means nobody else can do this. Nobody else can replicate the product that we have because of this patent, and that's a big deal. July 2020, only 2 years, guys, that we've had that patent. So that's a big deal. Big deal.
Mhm.
All right. And let's look at what is most important in your life, right? For me, right, this slide is actually really neat because for me, I'm going to tell you guys a quick story. I'll tell you guys, it's a parable of sorts, if you will, right? And I don't remember, I think it was a pastor who told me this story, but I thought it was really, really neat. That there's a flood, right? This man is sitting on the top of the roof of his house, and there is a flood, and it's raining like crazy, and this guy is going to die if he doesn't. The whole town is evacuated, but the sheriff pulls up in a big truck, says, "Hey, I'm here to save you. Why don't you jump in my car and we'll get out of here?" He goes, "Nope. I'm waiting on the Lord. I'm good. I don't need your help. God's going to rescue me. No big deal." He says, "Are you sure? Because it's going to be a bad storm." He says, "I'm good." Right? Takes off. Sheriff takes off. Well, now a boat pulls up because by this time the water's already halfway up to his house line, right? And he says, "Hey, if you don't get on this boat, you could die. This rain is nonstop, and this is a huge storm." And he says, "Nope, I'm okay. I'm waiting on the Lord. I'm good. God's got me. You can go ahead and go." "Are you sure?" Because, "Yep, all right, buddy, it's your funeral." He takes off, right? Finally, by this time, water's already at the top of the roof, right? And he's on his, I'm telling you, it's the 11th hour. This helicopter pulls up and throws a rope down and said, "Let's go, buddy. I'm here to save you. I see your sign that says, 'God save me.'" And he says, "No, I'm good. I'm waiting on the Lord. I'm okay. I appreciate you, though. I'm not going to do it. God's going to rescue me." He goes, "Are you sure, man? You're going to die." He says, "I'm good." He says, "All right, buddy." He takes off, right? Well, the guy dies, right? Gets up to heaven. He says, "God, I thought you were going to save me." He said, "I did. I sent you a sheriff. I sent you a boat. I sent you a helicopter. And you still didn't listen to me, right?" What's the point of that parable? The point of the parable is, listen, if you had a lifeline, right, for better health and better pain management, or even a business opportunity, what if this was good for you? What if this was right for you? Timing is everything, you guys. And if I've learned anything in life, it's that history has a tendency of repeating itself, right? And if we look at the trends of where we're at, right, everything that's going on with economy and stuff like that, there's cycles. And I'm going to tell you right now, we've seen this before. And this right now, in terms of timing, is a really, really good time. The opportunity is here. You need the right vehicle, and I'm telling you, this is the right vehicle. We are seeing some tremendous growth. I mean, week over week, I'm constantly seeing new people joining calls, seeing new people getting signed up. I'm jumping on these calls with Steve and Gina Merritt, and let me tell you, if you guys know Steve and Gina Merritt, man, top performers in the MLM industry, you guys. I'm telling you, they are the cream of the crop, and they are here. They just joined. I think they're 26 days in, something like that. And they've already broken every record in terms of compensation and in terms of sign up going for a company that's not even 20 years old yet, guys. This is a big deal. And we've come full circle, you guys. Now is the time. And I want to encourage you, if whoever invited you, if you're wondering or if you're asking yourself, is this timing right? Listen, experts will tell you in times of economic uncertainties, start your own business, right? But how? How many of us are going to be able, how many of us have the capital, right? How many of us middle class Americans have the capital of tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars to pour into starting our own business, right? Not many of us, but what if you could start your own home-based business what if I told you it could cost you less than $1,000, less than 500, less than a few hundred, right? It's really up to you and what you want to do and be able to do. You can have more family time, freedom, security, travel, better health, less debt, so much opportunity is in this. And I want to encourage you, whoever invited you for a reason, and the timing is right. And the vehicle, it's the right vehicle. We're just getting launched. Steve and Gina jumping on board is a huge, huge push. Let's encourage each other. And that's probably the biggest thing that I love about this industry and this company, and being locking arms with Linda and people that you trust as leaders. That's important to me. That's the biggest thing more than anything, because I would not have said no if somebody else probably came to me with this opportunity. But Linda reached out, and I listened, and I was open, because I do trust her, because I love the people. I get to work with who I want to work with, right? Like in this industry, and I wanted to work with Linda. So that's really cool. So in terms of compensation plan overview, guys, I'm not going to confuse you. I'm not an expert. I don't know all the numbers, but even though I know business pretty well, I can simplify it for you guys really, really easily, right? If you were to sign up today, and you knew 4 people at least, and you wanted to share that with 4 people, and you sign them up, 2 up on your left, you sign 2 up on your right? You're going to go manager, and then you're going to, after that, you keep that cycle going. You're going to encourage other people to find 4, and you just keep following and replicating the system that your upline is doing, and you are going to build yourself a really solid business if you just rinse and repeat, guys. Rinse and repeat. The keep it simple, stupid method really does apply. And when I signed up my first year, I was like, okay, I get it now. I'm just sharing the patch. I'm following up. I'm signing them up. I'm placing 2 on my left, 2 on my right, and then I'm just going to rinse and repeat. And then guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to encourage those people that is the one thing I love about this industry, is that you get to help those other people be successful. No other industry, I'm telling you this, no other industry can you do that and propel yourself as well. And you guys, like, that's the biggest thing. You're not successful unless the people that you're working with are successful. And that just pouring yourself out and doing that over and over again it's wonderful. I'm a VP, right? So it's me and then my CEO, right? So it's the CEO, me, and then I've got multiple directors and multiple managers and multiple employees that work underneath me, right? I do my best to pour down into them, but my upline. It's not. I can't go to my upline and say, "Hey, can I get some help?" My upline's like, "Hey, go figure it out yourself. Go do it." It's like, that's what I love, and it's what's totally different about this industry. And I'm just thankful for it, and thankful I get to do it all over again. So thank you, Linda. I really appreciate your leadership. All right. So getting started, it's as simple as I mentioned earlier. 4 people, sign them up. Left team, right team. Keep doing that, rinse and repeat. You can earn up to $25,000 each week from the binary. Think you can't do it? Steve and Gina did it in less than 25, 26 days. Why? Because they knew 4 people. They knew people that knew people that knew people, and they were encouraging their friends and their partners, people they've done business with, to hop on board, get on this vehicle and get on the bus and just keep going and don't look back, right? And that's what's happening here. And we're getting more and more motivated as each day goes on. And the potential of this stem cell industry, right? Stem cell therapy, it's becoming more and more popular. Stem cell injections, they cost you $7,000 to $100K, right? Currently a $200 million industry, and it's expected to explode to $300 billion. Guys, if that doesn't tell you something, right? Is this the right opportunity? That right there should be a really good indicator. We are there, and we're on the right track. We're on the right bus, guys. Hop on it. Let's jump on together. Let's do it. If you guys are already part of this business, are already part of the X39 LifeWave, there's some really good material for you guys to learn once you do get signed up. QFTteambiz.com. It's your training center. Everything you want to know about the product, anything you want to know about how to do this business, anything you want to know about how to share, how the 3-in-1 system works. This team training site is what you need. It's really what you need. So I've said so much in such a short period of time. Look at that. I'm like barely only 1 minute over, and I know we started a little bit late. And I know I was a little bit late on having some of you guys hopped on this call. Hopefully you guys we're able to get some good information. With that, I'm going to stop and open it up if there's any questions. And Linda, if you want to hop in, of course, and take over, happy to have you.
No, very well done. I'm so proud of you. Wow. And this is just part of the plan here, guys, developing leaders. We want to see everyone on this call doing the presentation, everyone having a shot at it. So that way your people can see you guys in the limelight. It's not all about us. It's about all of us together. We're all in this together. And that's what makes it more exciting. I just have so much passion for all you guys. And I know you're all going to succeed at this day by day, right? Put one foot in front of the other. And we just do not know. And I just keep saying this over and over. We do not know who we're going to meet tomorrow. We don't know when we wake up in the morning who we're going to be able to bless. I always think, who we're going to bless today? One step in front of the other. And that's what we really have our hands on. And I'm so appreciative. Thank you so much, Ben. You did such a wonderful job. And I hope you guys are you guys are going to hear from me, because I'm going to be sending you the flip chart and you're going to be doing this next, guys. So also, if there's anyone on here, we would love to hear a testimonial. If somebody wants to share a quick, minute testimonial, would be awesome. You can just unmute yourself. Anyone? Don't be shy. Yeah.
Let me see if I can unmute here. Let's see here.
Let's see, Marcella.
Olga, if you can unmute, I saw you raise your hand. There you go.
I did. I said, I'll always share my testimony because I love my testimony. But Marcella, I saw you just about to open that mouth. It was just about to open, and I'm like, let me give it to Marcella, because I'm.
I was like, go ahead.
No,
yours is great. You go first, and I'll go after you. No, go. I'll go after you. Go ahead.
So I always, my testimony goes a little bit with me and my son. So my son has severe autism, and we've traveled internationally for stem cell therapy. We, this is our second time already doing it. Wow. And we spend lots of money. And honestly, Ben, when we were talking about people, the stem cell, this just stem cell technology, you really don't know what you're getting internationally. And it's a really scary thing. And I did a lot of due diligence and looking into it and researching these labs and these facilities. But really, in the end, you don't know. And they have no responsibility if anything goes wrong. You're taking a major chance. So did we see small gains? Yes. But I tell you right now, when I put those patches on my son, within 1 week, my son cannot swing on a swing. It was the most difficult thing. I've tried for many years, practicing, moving his feet, getting that flow going. He just couldn't get it. And within just maybe a little bit over a week, I looked over at the swing set, and he's flying high like an eagle. He's flying high. And I'm like, oh, my baby. And now he's out there all day. So I know for some people it might be something, it's not a big thing. But for me, that is huge, because he found something that he loves, and just for them to love something, he doesn't communicate. He has no, he's not able, he's a non-speaker. He's 8 years old. There's just a few things in this life that he likes, and music is, and now swinging is the second, and he loves the water. So that's my son. For me, I have an autoimmune called vitiligo. So I lose pigmentation in parts of my hand. Maybe now you'll see it more because I just came back from Aruba, and basically put the patches on. Didn't even expect anything to happen with the vitiligo. Just was thinking of internal health for myself, my own support. And within 2 weeks, I see a little pigmentation coming back. So that's my. Thank you for letting me share.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you, Olga.
Okay.
That's a great testimony.
Thanks, Olga. Yes, and it is a big deal because I'm a mother, and believe me, it is a big deal when you see your child happy. So that's amazing. My name is Marcella, and Linda, my longtime friend. I've been battling cancer, and I was in the hospital after I tried to do it holistically in Mexico. And I came back and it was worse because I don't know why, it just got worse. And so I was in the hospital for the next month. I went in 3 times, and Linda told me about these patches. But what I didn't tell on the testimony last time is I'm the owner a cerebellum mobile spot, and I've been working with stem cells in the skin for a while. So I've seen the results in skin by doing microchanneling, which is microneedling. And I've watched it change pigmentation. I watched it change loss of firmness, like serious sagging skin lifted with the injections I was doing. So I already knew stem cells were fabulous. So when she told me about this patch, I didn't even question it because I'd already known. So I started using it. This was what, Linda, like a couple months ago?
Yeah.
Right now, this is a true story, and I think that's why I'm excited. I've been using the patches ever since. In my clinical trial that I'm in, this is week 8. Week 1, which would be equivalent to the first treatment, because there's 3 treatments that a week off. So this is 1 again. When I first did it, I was on the patch, but I guess because my body was shocked, I was really weak. I had no energy. This week, I am in awe. It's like my body is like it didn't even have chemo. And I had 3 different chemos inside of my body put in yesterday, and I'm driving to go cowboy dancing or line dancing. So that should tell you that this patch works. I've got amazing energy. It's like, yeah, like I'm like, there's nothing, it feels like nothing happened. Although I know that the immunotherapy is working as well as the chemo, but because of the patches igniting my own stem cells again, my body is working and functioning on a higher level. And by the way, I'm 50 years old. So, I'm 10 years from that 60 mark, losing all of them, but my body is reacting. And, I've always taken care of myself mid-fit, but, cancer is cancer, right? So it doesn't matter. And I believe if I keep on this patch, and like you said, that it's going to help me beat this cancer. I believe that. So thank you.
Man, love it. That's great. That's
Hey, if I
fantastic.
could,
So the
if I
takeaway
could-
here is you get cowboys to dance with the patch. Got
Yes.
it.
So funny.
So if somebody else is jumping in. Was that you,
yeah,
David?
if I could, I'd like to ask Maricela a question actually. In reference to
Sure.
your chemo treatment, what did your doctors say to you about the use of the patch?
Oh, thank you for asking. Okay, so because I am on a clinical trial, I have to bring everything to his attention. So I brought him the patches. He took a look at it and he goes, absolutely, you can use this. So, and honestly, I'll be honest with you, I was so excited that he said I could, because I was probably going to do it anyways. But he said yes. And so there's no threat. So if I have cancer and he's letting me use it on a clinical trial, that means anybody can use it, like Olga, because, with autism, diabetes, pretty much anybody can use it.
Yeah.
If a cancer patient on chemo can use it. Yeah.
Thank you very much.